It's not going to alleviate the heat problem right now. But we also have a number of programs to do everything from allow people to have the ability to get help to literally paint their roofs white, to change their windows and doors and get tax credits for doing it, so air conditioning doesn't escape. There's a whole bunch of programs that are out there that, as we get through the heat wave, as we get by this worst part, that we're able to invest in the communities to keep it from happening as badly next time it occurs.
Yeah, whatever that man said. And if that doesn't get you excited for 4 more years, I don't know what will. Welcome back, beautiful and amazing human beings. My name is Luke Rudowski here of wearechange.org, and there is a lot of absolutely crazy, wild, and bewildering news to get into today, as of course the corruption has almost reached its entire crescendo, as of course everyone, including even Joe Rogan, are expecting a major shakeup, especially when it comes to the latest political scandals and drama involving this country. We're going to be talking about that, plus a lot more, all here on this independent media broadcast. If you like the shirt that I'm wearing, you could get it on thebestpoliticalshirts.com. And the clip that we played in the beginning of this broadcast was originally brought to us by @RNC Research, highlighting just an unedited, unfiltered statement from the President of the United States that even the people behind him were sort of confused about. Look at this lady. Holy cow. The guy right here is trying to keep a straight face. As that is most likely going to be the next President of the United States for at least 5 more years if the establishment has their way. But there might be something afoot here. We're going to be talking about that in just a little bit, as of course I think it's fair to say that there's a lot of really old people in politics calling the shots here when they should be taking naps. And whether it's Mitch McConnell, Joe Biden, Nancy Pelosi, Maxine Waters, Dianne Feinstein, Klaus Schwab, George, you know his name, why won't these people just retire? Why won't they spend time with their family members and just relax? Which might be better for them and obviously this country. As it's fair to say, we're being ruled by some absolutely crazy people that thrive on fear. And in related news, the current UN General Secretary came out just moments ago and issued these sensationalistic comments that are meant to get an emotional reaction so you give more of your power and authority over to central controllers like him.
And for scientists, it is unequivocal. Humans are to blame. All this is entirely consistent with predictions and repeated warnings. The only surprise is the speed of the change. Climate change is here, it is terrifying, and it is just the beginning. The era of global warming has ended, the era of global boiling has arrived. The air is unbreathable, the heat is unbearable, and the level of fossil fuel profits and climate inaction is unacceptable. Leaders must lead.
Oh, we're boiling now? Huh. Thanks for the update, because I didn't realize we were. This says a lot of these climate change alarmists still have not given up their private jets, their mansions, their yachts, and their egregiously lavish lifestyle, which they refuse to let go of. But yeah, according to the corporate media, climate change is real, and it's probably leading people to have heart attacks, which some people are trying to explain in the huge increase of heart attacks when it comes to young individuals. NBC News decided to take a different take today and blame this all on race, specifically bringing up the story of Bronny James and Damar Hamlin that are very questionable stories and more related, in my opinion, towards a procedure that they were extorted to take rather than small micro deviations in the weather. And when you look at almost everything that these people are calling for, it usually ends up in the centralization of power that they solely get into their own hands, while you give up a lot of your rights, your privileges, and financial security in this world. And in related centralization news, we have reports of multiple individuals around the world that are lining up in order to give their identification, biometric, facial, and retina features, all in order to get a crap coin that's being given around the world that's going to be connected with a global identification card. Frickin' hell. In other unrelated news, it looks like, though, some people aren't as sheepish as the mainstream media wants you to think that they are, as of course, there has recently been a pushback against the larger corporatist ESG social credit score agenda, specifically when it comes to Bud Light, that today is laying off hundreds of their employees after trying to sell booze and alcohol to tweens and small children using a TikTok star that clearly has some mental health issues. This as Anheuser-Busch just announced the decision as they've been caught literally trying to give away their beer for free and still failing to do so unsuccessfully. This as more and more people are waking up to the absolute poison that alcohol is to their entire systems, not just their livers, not just their heart, not just their brain, but their entire system specifically that is being targeted and attacked with estrogen mimickers, endocrine disruptors, pineal gland calcifying substances that are absolutely horrible and atrocious for your physical, mental, and spiritual health. That's why I don't even booze anymore, and that's some of the things that we talk about specifically in a larger perspective about health on LukeUnfiltered.com. Today is my birthday. You want to give me a gift? Give yourself a gift by signing up to LukeUnfiltered.com by just clicking the link right here. It's quick, it's easy, it's simple. It's just 50 cents a day, and you get a plethora of amazing offers of value that are only going to be available for you. Today, if you are a member, we are doing an in real life meetup here in Los Angeles, California. The address has been released. If you log into LukeUnfiltered.com, you could see where the location is, where I will be meeting you in just a few hours, where we will be hanging out and spending some time together, networking, and of course, setting up a network and community here in the horrible state of California. We had many of these meetups only available for members all throughout the United States, and we will continue to do them in many random areas. As a part of your membership, you also get a forum where you get to meet like-minded individuals in your community. You get 3 master classes, members-only shirts, and exclusive video reports that are only available to you as members. As currently, we have a deep dive into stem cells on our members area that is definitely worth a watch. We have another serious conversation about health in Tijuana that is also worth a watch, that is absolutely visually pleasing to say the least. That video plus many more, 10 years of videos available for you right now by signing up to LukeUnfiltered.com. Plus, it's my birthday. You have to sign up. It's quick, it's easy. Click the link down in the description below, and I will see you there right after this broadcast, and hopefully soon in person here in Los Angeles, California, as of course we are not done here and have to get into our main topic of discussion, and that is the very eye-opening comments from podcaster Joe Rogan that recently came out on his show and talked about how the Democrats soon might be replacing a, quote, mentally compromised Joe Biden. Who's going to be replacing him? Well, Joe Rogan has alluded to the governor of California, Gavin Newsom, whose policies he called effing madness. And being here just a little bit in California, specifically here in Los Angeles, I absolutely agree with that sentiment here. As of course, life here throughout the years has gone down significantly. Vagrancy, criminality, trash, the smell. The people that I talk to, the people that are still here are absolutely just bewildered to what's happening all around them, and I would absolutely agree with him. Now, the bigger comments here from Joe Rogan is the possible replacement of Joe Biden, which, let's be honest here, is something that could possibly happen here, especially after the very slanted decisions by the Department of Justice that have been particularly prosecuting and going after his main political opponents, but giving a slap on the wrist to, of course, individuals like Sam Bankman-Fried that overwhelmingly donated a lot of money to the Democratic political system. This as federal prosecutors today just dropped a campaign finance charge against Sam Bankman-Fried and continue to significantly drop the charges and responsibility that SBF is facing after defrauding huge amounts of individuals from their money, as many people accuse him of running a money laundering operation, which if he did in a very irresponsible way. Now, there's still some charges remaining, even though the DOJ and the federal government keep dropping them. Charges related to fraud, defrauding customers, as it's fair to say that this vegan is definitely getting off easy, almost as easy as, of course, Hunter Biden, that also got a sweetheart deal of a lifetime that has been rescinded recently by a federal judge that just extended his legal limbo, told him to sober up, get a job, and is calling for 2 years of federal monitoring and drug testing. Now, personally, I do believe that there might be a possibility that there is pressure being put on Hunter Biden in order to make Joe Biden step down. I do believe that there could be internally a larger power clash between Joe Biden and the powers that be. They could be using Hunter Biden as leverage, and they could be trying to get him out, as according even to Rolling Stone, a lot of the people behind Joe Biden now want him to run against Ron DeSantis and not Donald Trump, who, in the making of this video, might be facing yet another indictment after this video is done, as NBC is reporting that Trump's lawyers are meeting with the special counsel today, awaiting to see if he's going to be charged even more by the federal government, by the DOJ, by local states that are going after him in every way possible. This, as it's important to note here, that after every indictment, Donald Trump actually rises in the poll numbers and has a significant amount of financial support behind him, as of course it is fair to say that he is being politically prosecuted, as previous presidents did a lot of really illegal things and got away with it. And for the first time ever, we're going after the former president of the United States, predominantly over things like paperwork, disclosure laws, and you kind of have to wonder what's really going on here. And obviously, what is happening here by the Biden administration could be a major overstep and could lead to him being replaced before the next 2024 presidential election, just like Joe Rogan says. Now, the bigger question is who would replace him, as of course, California is an utter crap hole, as everyone expects Newsom to do this. But again, how is that going to happen? As of course, Rogan rightfully calls California a state of effing madness, a state that he personally left in order to go to Austin, Texas, where he is currently in right now, running his business and operations in, probably saving him a crap ton of money, stress, and time that he wasn't afforded in California, that of course robs people of their wealth and finances insane government programs that absolutely lead to the deterioration of society. So who will be the replacement for Joe Biden? Will there even be a replacement for him? Well, what do you think is going to happen? Let me know down in the comment section below. Thank you everyone for your birthday wishes. Thank you everyone for signing up to LukeUnfiltered.com. It means the world to me. I have a lot of really exciting things brewing. Those things are possible only because of you, and this is why I love you guys. Stay tuned for more here on wearechange.org.